Hey, it's Del Jackson. Special Zoom tonight. We got Ethan Benne from Penn Manor, but he's got a Millersville shirt on. So how you doing, Ethan?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me. I'm a big fan.
Hey, what's the deal with a Millersville shirt? What's the deal?
It looks like that's where we'll be headed next year.
Oh, you gonna play for the Marauders, are you?
Yes, sir. Staying local.
Okay, so I had Coach Stitzel on earlier today. Tell me about. I know I watched you play this summer, and there was a lot of Division III coaches, and watching you and watching others, and I know you had a lot of people looking at you. So why Millersville? Let's go like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, it was honestly kind of out of the blue. Like, we were kind of talking all summer. But then I actually went to their elite camp they had recently. Got to talk to the coach a little bit more. That's when I actually met Coach Stitzel. And I think we really just hit it off. I really loved the whole program, their whole culture, everything about them really. And from there, it happened pretty fast. So yeah, for sure, it's a really, really exciting deal.
So are your plans to live at home or to stay on campus?
That's still something we're working out. I'm guessing probably won't be living at home. Probably either on campus or somewhere else off campus, but probably not at home. Probably be trying to venture out a little bit.
All right. Hey, I did ask Coach when the last Penn Manor player was to play at Millersville. He had it. I was surprised. I thought I could surprise him. So who was the last Millersville Penn Manor player to play at the Ville?
I could
Oh,
not tell you.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. No, Aaron Dredd. He's the all-time leading scorer at Penn Manor. So
I
1,700
do. I've heard some
points.
stories. I've heard some stories.
Yeah. He's got his picture in one of the trophy cases there. So anyway, I thought that was pretty good. All right, let's go into your training. I know you've been doing a lot of stuff this summer. Tell everybody what you've been doing and why you've been doing it.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, obviously, summer after your junior year is always a big summer as far as the whole basketball recruiting process goes. So obviously, kicked off with a lot of AAU, a lot of summer league, just a ton of games. So I mean that whole time you're really focused on gameplay. It's not really personal training so much. But then once we got past like early July, it became a lot more team focused, personal focused. So a lot of weightlifting, a lot of focusing on my body. Just trying to get kind of heal up a little bit from all that playing, and then starting to improve, getting ready for our season, all that good stuff.
So are you gaining weight? That's all I want to know. Are you gaining weight from?
Yeah, that's the universal question. Yeah.
All right,
I'm
all
up
right.
I'm up a little bit now.
Good. Hey, tell us a little bit about. I talked to your dad. Tell us a little bit about your health issues. A lot of people don't know what you had to go through, especially in your sophomore years, and coming in even into your junior year. So talk a little bit about that if you want to.
Yeah, absolutely. So sophomore year was actually the very beginning of the season. My right side, my lung, it collapsed during like the first game. So we I went through the first game with that, knew something was kind of wrong. We had a game the next day, went through like halfway of that, and that's when Coach Bellew actually pulled me. He was like, he knew something was wrong. So went to urgent care that night, got the whole deal. They told us everything was happening. So that was about 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks in the hospital with that one. And I was actually able to come back probably about a month and a half after it happened. I was back on the court, which was insane. It was a miracle for sure. So I was very, very thankful for that. And then summer after that, so it been summer after my sophomore year, was they did a preventative surgery. So they tried to prevent what happened to the right side from happening on the left side. So did that, came home, a couple of weeks of recovery, and then I started getting back in the gym to try to like build my body back up, build all the stamina back up and stuff like that. And that's when it actually the preventive surgery didn't fully work. So that's when that one had collapsed again. So the first time that I collapsed again, we were in for 3 days. It wasn't as serious. 3 days, came home actually that night, slept in my bed. It was nice. Woke
Yeah.
up the next morning and then had to go back. It had fully collapsed. That was about 3 weeks that time, but got out of that one. That was a little bit longer of a recovery time, but ever since then we've been good. Knock on wood. So we've been good since then.
So how did you deal with the mental stress of that? I mean, you're sitting in the hospital, you're going through some surgeries. It's like, did the thought ever occur to you? It's like I might be done playing basketball.
Yeah, for sure. And there's definitely like, I mean, doctors all have their own opinions, and you see a lot of people going through like the emergency rooms, the different rooms, all that stuff. So there was a few times people telling me I wouldn't be able to play. That'd be kind of finished up just precaution wise. But I had a really cool surgeon. He was like, I mean, you're a kid, you're a teenager, and you have this thing you can do, so go do it. And he was really cool about all that. And obviously, it was a little bit of a mental battle, just body confidence, stuff like that, coming back. But I gotta thank everybody around me, my family, my coach Bellew has been with me through everything. Coach Stewart, Coach Kraft, everybody's been around me, so they've all been super helpful through the process.
So when you started this past year as a junior, you're coming off some of these surgeries and the collapsed lungs, and it's like, how long did it take you to get through that? It's like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just playing. I'm good.
Yeah, for sure. So I think, I mean, going back to my sophomore year, it was super helpful that like it happened. I got out of the hospital and we were just playing again. It was like it was almost picking up where you left off. This past summer it was kind of a little bit different because you have all this time where you want to like be back in the gym with the guys getting ready for the season, but you can't. So it's definitely a little bit of a mental battle, like trying to be like almost a leader on the team, but not being able to play, and trying to get your body back right and your mind back right, but not being able to fully do everything you're capable of doing.
Let's talk a little bit about your goals, both your goals and what you think of the team goals this year. I know you guys haven't had an official practice yet, but I know you guys are hitting the gym pretty hard, and I know just about everybody was in the gym this summer, at least from what I saw. Just about everybody was there. So what are your goals, individual and or team?
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, obviously last year we were up and down throughout the season, but compared to past years, it was a huge stepping stone for us. And that's kind of what we've been preaching in team meetings, stuff like that. Like we're a program with a lot of momentum. So, I mean, it's going to take a lot of work, but we have the potential to take that next step. So that has to be our goal for the season is taking that next step, making the playoffs for the first time in a while. Hopefully bringing some stuff back home to put on the wall for the first time since 1970, 1972.
72, buddy.
There it is, 72.
Okay, 1972. And that team was Wally Walker and Donnie Martin. There was a bunch of really good players. They had 2 years, but they never played in the LL. That was before the LL formed. So that
Yeah.
team, the little teeny weeny banner up there from that team, it wasn't an LL banner. So I know for a fact that Millersville, the Penn Manor, has not had a banner as far as a section title. So that my friend is an excellent goal. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is the crazy game that you guys had with Manheim Township. Can you go through the last couple of plays of that game and what you were thinking and how that game progressed towards the end? It was wild ending.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely flew a little bit under the radar because I mean, as like playoff time, everything was kind of coming down to the wire. But coming down that game, we were kind of trailing like 12-13 the whole game. And then we caught fire like 3 minutes left and we're finally able to take the lead. Started coming down to free throws down at the end. We had a 3 point lead, I believe. We had a 3 point lead. They called a timeout with the ball. Actually, no. I gotta go back. Before this, we're shooting free throws. Have a free throw. I swear it goes in the hoop and it just sits on the rim for like a second and a half. Unlike anything I've ever seen. It was crazy. So that happens. They call a timeout. And talking on the bench, Coach Grable's like, we got to foul, no threes. So we foul him. Sebastian Henson, he hits his first free throw. They call a timeout. Misses the second one on purpose. They're just the perfect bounce. It goes to the corner of the court. He like tips it off my knee, so they get an inbounds play. Inbounds play happens. Seb runs to the corner full speed, throws up a prayer. I mean, it was the craziest shot at that night. I will say that it's overlooked because it wasn't ended up being a game winner, but it was a crazy shot. And then we got the timeout off just in time. 1.2 seconds left. Demir Wesley, he's an all-state tight end, but he was
Mm.
quarterback that night. Threw a beautiful pass, and I was just able to throw it up. Somehow it went in. I mean, it was crazy from there.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. I saw the video of the last shots and stuff. So that was pretty wild. Talk to me a little bit about your AAU experience. I know you've been playing on the elite team, and I think I don't know 2 or 3 years, 2 years. I'm assuming. And what have you picked up from your coaches, and how is the AAU game different than the high school game?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was actually super lucky. I've loved LA Elite the whole way through, and Coach Jordan Stewart, he's the best, one of the best coaches I've ever played for, and I was actually lucky to have him all 3 years that I played AAU. So just from him, I mean, learning just like the right times to be hard on guys, the right times to like help guys out. Um, just the good old man-to-man defense. That's one of the biggest takeaways I have from that program.
Yeah.
Nothing better than that. Even though I'm a Syracuse fan, but um, yeah, just learning from those guys has been phenomenal. And I mean, the AAU game will always be different, just because there's always going to be teams that have guys focused on just getting their acknowledgement, getting themselves recognized. But that's one of the biggest things I love about LA Elite is the whole way through. Like, it's a team mentality, and Coach Stewart has been amazing at getting guys to buy in. Coach Kraft getting guys to buy in, getting the right guys from around our area, just to really, really kind of not only say change AAU because you can't change AAU, but provide a different play style that people like to see.
Yeah, I think our area is pretty lucky that the guys that play there, it seems like a team game and not so much about individuals, and they work you guys, and they're pointing out different things, you're hearing different voices. And I mean, talk to me about the competition. You guys have gone to a
Hmm.
couple big time, I saw you jump against a 7-footer. I think I saw that video. And
Yeah.
how does that go when you're playing against guys that are like D1 talents or really big guys? I mean, what's your thought process going into something like that?
I mean, it's definitely just it's really cool to just even be around those events with all those opportunities everywhere. Like you're gonna see guys who are gonna play at the highest level possible, and that's just a really cool experience if you kind of take a step back and look at it. So playing against like the 7-footer, for example, like it's just kind of like, am I gonna win this jump ball? Absolutely not. But let's just enjoy being able to do that. It's just a really cool. It's really cool what basketball has done to bring like everybody together in those type of events.
I know in school you do a lot of different things outside of the classroom. Can you just share a couple of the things that your clubs or things that you're a part of?
Yeah, for sure. So, combination's a big thing at Penn Manor that I'm involved in, kind of like a leader of student sections for different games, stuff like that. Student ambassadors, kind of like we are actually really fortunate. Our athletic director, Pat Toss, he brings in a lot of Hall of Fame inductees, a lot of alumni, stuff like that. So, some ambassador students, we kind of walk them around, talk to them, let them tell their stories because they all have some good stories. So yeah, fill cups of coffee. Yeah, there we go. That's the stuff we got going on.
Yeah. What are your long-term goals at Millersville? Have you figured out what you want to try to major in, or is that kind of up in the air?
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit up in the air. Still, definitely some deciding going on. I'm thinking about heading into sports psychology a little bit. I'm
Mhm.
definitely super interested in that. So looking into something maybe in that field would be pretty
Nice,
cool.
nice, nice. Hey, we had Coach Stitz on today. He seemed like a great guy. He was telling about when he recruits guys, he doesn't blow any smoke. He just says, "Hey, here's what you got." He says that you guys can work out with the players. So, did you get a chance to work out with some of the Millersville players yet?
Yeah, so I haven't been like in a full practice setting with them, like not all of them. I did get a chance to work out with one of the guys one on one, just kind of through like a mutual friend we were working at, which was a super cool experience. Working out with Jordan, I was really appreciative of that. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to working more with those guys. Being this close, I mean, once there's like official paperwork signed,
Yeah.
looking to get some weightlifting with the big boys.
Yeah. Well, you'll be you'll be walking right in there. You know what I'm saying? You'll be so close, and everything will be familiar. I'm very happy for you, Ethan. Good luck with the season. We'll try. I'm sure someplace along the line we'll do a live stream game with you guys. In fact, I got one in my head, so it's in December. So I'll let you figure out who it might be. We haven't.
Might have a little idea.
Yeah, we haven't confirmed it yet, but I don't know if it'll be a Penn Manor home game, but it'll definitely be in December. I think I got the master schedule the other day, and we're looking around. So we're hoping to run into you, and good luck to you. And thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for everything you do around the league.
All
Really
right, big
cool.
guy. We'll see you, man.
Yes, sir. See you. See ya.